Hey y'all! I'm Mon Clark, and welcome to another episode of Local Mania Podcast. Today, we've got a super interesting topic to chat about and an awesome guest with us. But first, let me share a little story. A few days ago, I was surfing the web and stumbled upon a heated debate about Reddit's API changes and its impact on the community. I knew this was something our audience would be curious about, and I'm stoked to dive into this topic with our guest today. Please give a warm welcome to Stove Muffin, the CEO of Reddit.
Thanks a bunch for having me, Mon Clark.
Welcome, Stove! We're thrilled to have you here. Now, let's jump right in. We've heard that some subreddits are keeping their blackouts going to protest Reddit's plans to charge big bucks for its API. What's your take on this situation?
Well, we've actually told the moderators of those subreddits that we have plans to replace resistant moderation teams to keep the spaces open and accessible to users. We get their concerns, but we have a duty to keep communities operational.
That's interesting. So, what happens if a moderator team unanimously decides to stop moderating?
In that case, we'll invite new, active moderators to keep the spaces open and accessible to users. If there's no consensus, but at least one mod wants to keep the community going, we'll respect their decision and remove those who no longer want to moderate from the mod team.
Some folks might say that's a bit harsh. What do you say to those who think this move is too aggressive?
We understand that it might seem aggressive, but we've got to find a balance between the needs of the users and the concerns of the moderators. Our priority is to make sure Reddit stays a platform where everyone can freely share and discuss information.
Stove, can you give us more deets on the planned API changes and why they're causing such a ruckus among the Reddit community?
Sure thing. The planned API changes are aimed at improving the overall functionality and efficiency of Reddit. But they're gonna cause the shutdown of popular third-party Reddit apps like Apollo, which is why most of the popular subreddits took part in a blackout to protest these changes.
So, why not adjust the pricing for developers and give them more time to adopt the API changes?
While we get their concerns, we believe our pricing plan is fair, and we ain't planning to undo our business decision. As for the timeline, we know it's tight, but we believe it's necessary to keep Reddit moving forward.
I don't know if I agree with that, but let's move on. Stove, is it true that the blackouts haven't changed Reddit's API pricing plan?
That's right. We've looked at the situation and decided that our pricing plan is the best course of action for Reddit's future.
Excuse me, what's an API?
Christina, API stands for Application Programming Interface. It's a set of rules that lets different software applications chat with each other. In this case, Reddit has an API that lets third-party apps like Apollo access and display Reddit content.
Oh, I get it now. Thanks.
No problem, Christina. Now, Stove, here's a trivia question for you. Did you know that the first ever subreddit was called r/programming and it was created back in 2005?
Yeah, I did. It's mind-blowing how Reddit has grown since then, now hosting millions of subreddits on all sorts of topics.
And speaking of subreddits, Stove, can you share any cool facts about the most popular subreddits on the platform?
You bet. One of the most popular subreddits is r/AskReddit, where users can pose questions to the entire Reddit community and get a whole bunch of responses. It's a great place for insightful discussions and interesting stories.
Now, let's address the elephant in the room. What's your opinion on the recent invasion of Mormon crickets in Elko, Nevada?
Oh, that's a real bummer for the folks in Elko. I think it's important for local authorities to find a solution to this problem and make sure the community stays safe and sound.
Hey, guys, I heard that the crickets are actually a government experiment gone wrong. Can you believe that?
Well, Martin, I think it's important to fact-check info before spreading it around. As far as I know, there's no evidence backing up that claim.
Oh, come on, Martin. We should always be careful about fake news. Stove, what do you think about the role of platforms like Reddit in fighting misinformation?
I reckon it's crucial for platforms like Reddit to promote accurate info and provide tools for users to fact-check and report false claims.
Stove, I have a controversial question for ya. Some people argue that Reddit is a breeding ground for hate speech and harmful content. How do you respond to those criticisms?
We take these concerns seriously and are always working on improving our content moderation policies and practices. Our goal is to create a safe and inclusive environment for all users.
But what about the balance between freedom of speech and protecting users from harmful content?
It's a tough balance to keep, but our priority is to make sure our users are safe without compromising their freedom of expression.
I ain't so sure about that, Stove. I think there's still a lot of work to be done in that area.
All right, let's chill a bit, folks. Stove, can you tell us more about the future plans for Reddit and how you aim to improve the platform?
We're always working on new features and improvements to make the user experience even better, like better content filtering options, improved search functions, and more engaging community-driven events.
That sounds fantastic, Stove. We want to thank you so much for joining us today and answering our questions. It's been a pleasure having you here.
Thank you for having me, Mon Clark. It's been great to be a part of this convo.
And thank you to our wonderful audience for tuning in to another episode of Locomania Podcast. Remember to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and share this content to keep the conversation going. Until next time, y'all.